In this episode, we visit a new resort, we get some proper Kalahari red sand on the cruiser and the companion, I deflate some tires while Miane and Mom get their hands dirty, and we end the day with a leopard running away from a screaming jackal. The distance from Nelspruit to the Kgalagadi Transfrontier Park is around 1,300 kilometers. That's why we decided to split the distance into 3 and drove the first day to the ATKV Buffelspoort Resort, which is only just over 400 kilometers from Nelspruit. This left us with around 500 kilometers for the next day to Red Sands Country Lodge, which is just outside of Kuruman, and another 400 kilometers for the final stretch to TweeRivieren Rest Camp. The morning that we left, we topped up the 55 liters of filtered drinking water in the cruiser, as well as filling up the 160 liters of water in the companion. We gave the cruiser a proper shine, hooked up the companion, prepared ourselves for a shock at the fuel station. Then we started on a proper 3-week journey. We arrived early at the ATKV Buffelspoort Resort. This was a first for us, as we normally prefer quieter campsites. Check-in was a breeze though. Luckily there was a chalet available, so we treated ourselves before roughing it for a couple of weeks. The ATKV Buffelspoort Holiday Resort is situated less than an hour from both Pretoria and Johannesburg, and just a stone's throw from their world-renowned Sun City, with a variety of self-catering accommodation and recreational facilities and activities, a restaurant, a fast food section, and a well-equipped shop. ATKV Buffelspoort is the ideal base from where you can explore the wealth of tourist attractions in the area. This was only meant to be a stopover en route to the Kgalagadi, and there isn't a big variety of quick stopovers available to choose from in this area. The next day we drove to Red Sands Country Lodge, which has become one of our go-to stopovers when we head to the Kgalagadi. We had some credit available at the lodge, so we used it to get a chalet for the evening. This was the start of an epic journey, and we realized just how much we have missed out on when we saw the colors fill up the sky on the first Northern Cape sunset for the trip. The next morning, full of excitement, we left for the Kgalagadi Transfrontier Park via Van Zyls Rus. The road is start all the way from Kuruman to Van Zyls. It is a very narrow road, so take care when driving and take it slow. And then there is a very corrugated road from there to Askam. We always stop to deflate our tires as soon as the gravel road starts. The gravel road isn't that long, but it does take time to drive, as you should take it very slowly on the corrugations, especially when towing. It is always such a great feeling to reach the gate where you leave all of your problems and your worries on the outside. It is here where the tranquility of the Kalahari takes over. We had to spend yet another night in a chalet as the campsite was fully booked. We quickly unpacked only the necessary things and immediately left for our first game drive. It wasn't long until we came across a young leopard, the one with a very fascinating tail. She soon became very anxious. We are not sure if it was due to all the cars around or if it was the fact that she was approaching a waterhole where they are extremely vulnerable. Soon a jackal noticed her and provided some lovely alarm calls for us. She did not enjoy the sounds of the jackal at all and quickly bolted across the road. We headed back to camp where, at our chalet, we had our last sighting of the day. In the next episode, we visit a museum, I get caught in a Kalahari sandstorm, we all point at a famous tree, and we come across some leopards slapping each other silly.